It looks very likely that tonight could be Harry Lewis's final appearance for Bradford City. If rumours are to be believed, and they've pretty much been confirmed by Jamie Rayner and Simon Parker, it looks like Harry Lewis could be joining Barnsley Football Club for an undisclosed fee. And in today's video, I will be bringing you guys my thoughts and opinions on this news. If you do go on to enjoy, please make sure to drop a like on there for me. If you could try and hit 70 likes on today's video, that'd be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you are new as well. We are on the road to 8,000 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed if you haven't already with that post notification bell on. It's free to do so and it does massively help out. Drop a comment in as well down in the comment section down below. What are your thoughts on this news? It looks pretty concrete, and if it was up to you, how much would you sell Harry Lewis for? What do you think his value is? Obviously, he had an incredible season overall for us last year. His first real proper season in men's first team professional football, and he definitely impressed. Probably the best goalkeeper, certainly top 2 in the league last year, but because it's in League 2, there's only 1 year left on his contract. Yes, we have the option to extend by a further year, but that will still fluctuate his value because technically as of right now, we've not triggered that option, so it is still only 1 year. Now, for me personally, it looks likely he's going to go, and it's absolutely gutting. I think the best thing we can do is just try and offer him a new contract, give him a 3-4 year contract on, I don't think we'll be able to match Barnsley's wages, but just give him a sort of pay rise and a little bit of an incentive to try and stay, but it looks more than likely tonight will be Harry Lewis's last game in a Bradford City shirt. Make sure to drop a like on there for me, subscribe if you are new as well, and let's get into it. So news came out this morning that Verden Oliver is going to be out for a minimum of 6 or 7 weeks. It could even be longer, which was obviously not a great start to the day. Then at 11 o'clock, Bradford City put out a nice video on their YouTube channel about the pre-season tour over in Spain, about the day at golf. Harry Lewis featured in that video with an interview again with Ryan East. Then at 11:18 this morning, Team Talk tweeted saying, exclusive, Team Talk understands that Barnsley are close to a deal for Bradford City goalkeeper Harry Lewis. Now, I wouldn't normally make a video about sort of Twitter transfer rumours that come out until you click on their account and you realise they've got over 90,000 followers, so they're pretty reliable. And then obviously with Jamie Rayner tweeting saying at 1:34 PM saying, understand the report linking Harry Lewis with a move to Barnsley has a degree of accuracy, but his situation at Bradford City remains the same, and he'll be starting against Getafe this evening. So certainly does not look good. But do you remember that Insider Bantam Twitter account that I previously mentioned in videos? He seems to be, or she seems to be pretty adamant that he was not going to Barnsley whatsoever. He's replied to Jamie Rayner's tweet. They've also said that Platt is still leaving the football club, and also that Kyron Gordon is still no longer expected to sign for the football club. They said the source got him and his brother mixed up. He's not going to delete the tweet, but he will get it wrong at times. Now that the club are aware of the Twitter account, it makes things a little harder. But Insider Bantam is very adamant Harry Lewis will not be departing, but Jamie Rayner and Simon Parker seem to think otherwise. Whatever does happen, it will obviously be a massive loss for the club. When he signed at the start of last season, I think there were a lot of people who were pretty nervous about the move. Obviously, Mike Hughes knew him from his time at Southampton, and then you bring Harry Lewis in, who was completely unknown, had only really had a year at Dundee playing regular first team football, and that was a couple of seasons ago. And then in his first 45 minutes for the football club in pre-season against Park Avenue, ended up doing some keepy-uppies in the middle of the pitch, nearly on the halfway line. Everyone thought, what on earth have we signed here? And we didn't really have much other competition. You know, Colin Doyle was brought in as a backup, but he's, 37? Something like that. And he was never really going to play. He was more of a goalkeeper coach. And obviously we have Heath Richardson and Joe O'Shaughnessy at the time as well, but they were just 2 young lads and they were nowhere near ready for first team football. But Harry Lewis over the season really did prove himself. And if it wasn't for Lawrence Vigouroux, I think he was comfortably the best goalkeeper in the league last season. Now there's a bit of a debate. Who would you have rather had? I would have personally had Harry Lewis, but obviously I am biased. And we did see a few mistakes creep into Lewis's game towards the back end of the campaign. You know, that if he would have flipped his career around, and if he'd have started out with a couple of them mistakes, we might not be thinking about this, because he did make some big errors towards the end of last season. You know, he gave away a couple stupid penalties where he'd call for the ball and come out and just take a player out and not win it. But overall, the amount of game-winning saves he made as last season completely outweighed the negatives. He was absolutely unreal overall. I absolutely adore the man. It's not just on the pitch. His personality as well. He's absolutely fantastic. He seems like a top-class professional. Seems to get along on with absolutely everybody. And when you've got an unbelievable shot stopper, distributor of the ball for the majority of the time was really good as well. For a League Two goalkeeper, his distribution was very good. If you mix that with how good his personality seems to be, he just seemed like the perfect fit. He's one of the players who I've loved the most at Bradford City, and unfortunately it looks like his time is going to be coming to an end with the football club. Can you blame him? No. A step up into League One is what he deserves. He should be playing League One football. I think he would actually do a pretty decent job in the Championship as well, and that's just as of right now. I think he's certainly got the potential to play in the Premier League one day, and we've just got to make sure that the deal is right. Now, how much is Harry Lewis valued at? Because we've not really sold a player for a significant transfer fee since maybe Charlie Wyke days, which was what, 2017, 2018, something like that. I don't really know what the market's like anymore, to be honest, so I don't know how much we would actually get for Harry Lewis. Because he's a goalkeeper as well, they tend to not be valued as highly as obviously a goal-scoring striker, and because of his age and the length of his contract isn't the longest, I think maybe around 500,000 is pretty realistic. And if you can try and get a sell-on clause in there, I think we have to get a sell-on clause, in someone like Harry Lewis, because say he goes to Barnsley, does really well there, but they don't get promoted, then if they sell him for 2-3 million to someone in the Championship and we get like a 20-25% sell-on clause in there, that would obviously be really nice. Now, sell-on clauses are normally the percentage of profit rather than the percentage of the total transfer fee. If you can try and get some add-ons in there as well, get another 50 grand, something like that, if Barnes get promoted, and then if they stay up in the first season in the Championship, you get another 50 grand, some things like that I think would be really nice. But we've seen in the past, we can't really negotiate transfer fees very well. The transfer fee we got for Naki Wells was absolutely embarrassing, to be honest, and that was going to a direct rival in Huddersfield, not a league rival, but in terms of like a local rival. And for me personally, if we can get a good fee in for Lewis, that's the best thing we can really hope of from this situation. Obviously it depends how we replace him. There's not many good free agent goalkeepers about as of right now. I think Nathan Bishop, I'm not really too sure what's happening with his contract at Man United. I was pretty sure that it expired this summer and they had the option to trigger it for a further year. Now, I'm not too sure if he's agreed a new contract there or he is currently a free agent. For me personally, he would be my number one target, permanent or on loan. I think he's an outstanding shot stopper. He did really well at Mansfield in that 21-22 campaign, and he would be a brilliant replacement for Harry Lewis. Suits our style of play very much, and a permanent would obviously be a brilliant sign. If we've got the money to spend though, we now need to go and reinvest that. Obviously, Stefan Rupp might want to keep some of that. I'm not really too sure, but you would have thought so because of the amount of money that he lost during the COVID season, potentially. I'm not really too sure, but if we get a big transfer fee in, it has to be reinvested. Now, there's no guarantee with spending money. It means that a player is going to come in and do really well. We spent, 300-400 grand on Owen Doyle, and he didn't really work out. I thought he did okay, to be honest, but he didn't hit the heights that we all probably expected of him. I know he didn't really suit our system. Playing long ball up to Owen Doyle was never really going to work, and I still think he managed to get into double figures, but the money has to be reinvested right, and our recruitment under Stephen Gent has been really hit and miss. We've had some really good signings like Harry Lewis, like Romany Critchlow, like Brad Halliday, but then we've had some real stinkers like Dara Costello, Thierry Nevers, Kian Harrett. The list goes on a little bit longer for the flops rather than the good signings. Sam Stubbs being a good signing as well. Off the top of my head, I don't really think anyone else has stood out too much. And obviously, from a Barnsley point of view, they do need a first choice goalkeeper. I'm pretty sure Brad Collins is about to sign for Coventry City, and they also obviously lost Harry Easted. He was on loan last season from Luton Town. He has in the end decided to join Charlton Athletic on a permanent basis. I think they've brought in, is it Ben Killip, something like that, from Hartlepool United, I'm pretty sure as well, but he'll probably go in and be their second choice. So they need a first choice. Harry Lewis will go in, be that first choice, and I think he'll do really well for them. I think it is a good move for all parties, apart from the Bradford City fans, because he's so loved here. But unfortunately, if he's going to get 4 times the wages there and a longer term contract, it makes sense from his point of view. If it does go through, all we can do is wish him all the best. It's rare these days that we actually, as Bradford City fans, we wish a player all the best, because he's done really well for us. He's given it absolutely everything, and he's one of the few players in recent years I've been really, really sad to see him go. I've not really felt this way about a player departing since Naki Wells, and I know there has been other players who've maybe had bigger impacts on the pitch, but you've got to factor in his personality off the pitch. He's absolutely outstanding. He's absolutely top class, and it will be a massive loss for the football club. Overall, for me, I'm absolutely gutted, but all we can do is wish him all the best. Fingers crossed the club, if it does go through, get a really good deal in for him. We need to get a significant transfer fee in, because he is our only real saleable asset at this moment in time. He's certainly got the highest value in the squad, and it is a massive loss for us. There's no two ways about it. And tonight could potentially be his last game for the football club. If it is, then we've just got to give him, you know, a nice send-off. It would be nice to see maybe play that game against Park Avenue, and then he can really give a proper goodbye to a wider majority of the Bradford fans, because obviously I think there's maybe 200 potentially going to the game against Getafe tonight, which is an absolutely incredible turnout. But I don't think Barnsley are playing on Tuesday, so he might as well just delay it a bit and play that game on Wednesday, and he can give a proper goodbye then. But he's gutting, and then we've just got to wish him all the best. But that is where I'm going to leave it for today's video. If you have enjoyed, please make sure to drop a like on there for me. If you could try and hit 70 likes. As I said at the start of today's video, that'd be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you're new as well. We are on the road to 8,000 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed if you haven't already, with that post notification bell on. It's free to do so, and it does massively help out. Drop a comment in as well down in the comment section down below. Let me know your thoughts on this news. Barnsley fans as well, let me know down in the comment section down below. Do you personally think this is a good signing for your football club? Bradford fans, let me know how much money do you think we should be getting for a player of the calibre of Harry Lewis. Thank you all very much for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you all tomorrow for my Getafe match review. Peace.